Hey guys! Wanna know why I'm eating? It's because ever since November 2nd, I got a case of the daylight's cravings. Bad puns aside, today I wanted to talk about nerd rage specifically. I know the show is called Nerd Rage, but I want to talk about actual nerd rage. You know when you're watching a show and they ruin it? Like you're watching a show that you have loved for years and years and years, and you're super emotionally invested in it, and then they do something so stupid, so mind-boggling. You're just like, how could they do that? Like, I'll make up a fictional show. Say this is a show about a swashbuckling, time-traveling pirate. He goes around stopping space crimes, and, you know, he goes back to the Middle Ages and he does stuff, and he's a swashbuckling, unattached buccaneer. Well, what if one day in the show they decide that his true calling is to be an accountant in New York City in 1937? That's ruined the show for you, and so you protest. You go all hipster and say, yeah, it was better in the early seasons, and it was better when he roamed space instead of roamed, you know, spreadsheets. And you were like, no, I know what would, you know, when I get in charge of this show, like, I'll write it. I'm gonna write my fan fiction. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Now, this happens with pretty much every single fandom I've seen. And I know it's happened with pretty much every single fandom I've seen because I've thought that about pretty much every fandom I've seen. Mea culpa. I am always in favor of nerd rage, but you gotta use it right. It's okay to get nerd rage when they break their own rules. Like, you know, if they've set up that the time machine can never go to 1937, and then all of a sudden he can go to 1937, then that's get nerd rage, because seriously, they have broken their rules. But if he has expressed a love for accounting before, and he has expressed a desire for a normal life, honestly, you have to, as much as it hurts, you have to admit that this is their swashbuckling pirate show, not your swashbuckling pirate show. Now, the question is, what do you do with all that angst? What do you do with that creative energy? You can write fan fiction. I'm not saying don't write fan fiction, but you know, maybe that feels hollow, because you're like, well, especially if other people like the fact that he became an accountant, what are you supposed to do? And here's the solution that I've found. Write and make and create, and write and make and create, but make your own thing. Make your own nerddom. Don't make it a copy of theirs. Make up your own ideas. Take the ideas and storylines that you liked about it and expand on those. Because no writer out there in the world is going to have the same idea of what is cool as you do. So this is a great opportunity for you. Go out, explore, write, make your own story. Don't make it a swashbuckling pioneer. How about instead make it an orphan girl? Except this time the orphan girl is really from, you know, Tasmania. And it's not a time machine, it's just a space machine. But, you know, there's a wormhole, and so she's in a parallel universe, and she has to deal with the fact that this universe is not quite right. I don't know, it's your show. Don't ask me to write it for you. I'm saying that I like nerd rage. My show's called Nerd Rage. I love getting angry about nerd stuff. But if you have the desire to write, if you have the desire to create, don't try to fix what the creators of another show have broken, because the fact is, it's theirs, it belongs to them. The enjoyment you'll get out of creating something, and that maybe millions of other people will love, is a super awesome feeling. So, in conclusion, when you're upset that they have ruined your swashbuckling pirate story, you express your rage, you say your rage, and then you move on, you create something awesome. Not necessarily better, just awesome. Make something awesome, have something awesome, be something awesome. And because the world needs more nerdy stuff. All right. Live long and prosper.